Welcome back to the Car Groves channel, and today we pick up this 1990 Prelude. That's weird. It's like the car is playing music on its own. The hell? Alright, so a little story time. When I was in high school, I think right around my senior year, I bought a 1989 Prelude SI 4WS in white. Super sweet car. It had four-wheel steering where the back tires turned. I mean, it basically was like a forklift in a parking lot. Loved the car. Had it for like a year and a half. Transmission started acting up. Sold it. I've thought about it here and there over the last 20 years. But then probably about 6 months ago, I was at a gas station and there was a really clean white Prelude sitting there in for service. So I inquired about it. And they said, yeah, it's this lady. She's the original owner. She brings it in here for service. I said, well, would she want to sell it? And I said, no, I don't think so. And I said, well, can I leave a note? And I said, yeah. So I left a note, and that was the end of that story. Nothing came of it. She obviously doesn't want to sell it. So I cruise, Facebook Marketplace here and there, and this pops up in Dallas for, I think, $1,500. I messaged the guy a couple times, inquiring about the car. He doesn't respond for a little bit, and then when he does finally respond, I noticed that the price had gone up from, I think he had originally had it listed for $2,000. Price goes up to like $2,500. So he responds back. I see the price had changed. I said, hey, never mind. I was looking for like a cheap project car for $1,500, and he said, well, if you come right now and give me $1,500, car's yours. So I called a friend in Dallas, my good friend John Wags. He went down there with a buddy of his, Alex. They picked the car up, drug it home. Alex tinkered on it for like a day, just kind of getting it kind of running a little better, and switched out a few of the parts. I drove up to Dallas a couple days ago and drove the car over to my friend Brian's house, who is basically like the car wizard on another channel, and me and Brian tinkered with this car for probably 2 days, 10 hours each, both of us messing with this car, and got it just barely able enough to drive from Dallas to Houston. All right, so we just got the Prelude back to Brian's house, and I'm letting the motor cool down so we can start working on the timing belt. And in the meantime, I have these Miata wheels. So it came stock with these hubcaps. It's not stock hubcaps, but it came with these steel wheels and 14-inch tires. And I have these Miata wheels from like a 96M that look pretty period correct. So I had new tires mounted on them, and the bore is a little different on the wheel hub, so I'm just porting like a millimeter off the inside, and they bolt right up. Look way better. So we got the valve cover off, got all the belts off, timing belts off, and just checking out the scuds. We also found out that both O2 sensors have cut wires. Here. So we just got it running again a couple hours ago. It's got a weird kind of idle on it. We fixed this sensor plug here was completely broken, so we put that back together. This injector right here looked like it was grounding out, which might be the miss we were kind of hearing. Both the accessory belts that I got from O'Reilly's were wrong. I put the old one of this back on. This one looked like it would work. Obviously it didn't. It grabbed the edge and rode up. So I've got to pull all the belts back off and put the old one back on to get home. And then I'll figure out something from there. The two O2 sensors, we figured out that somebody had swapped to a 4-wire rear O2. So we just capped these off right here. I've got the Miata wheels on all the way around. Looks way better than those hubcaps that were on it. What's happening? Hey, is that better? No! No! Worse!
It's starting to stop.
It's part of having a project car, Willie. The Project Prelude back in Houston. It obviously needs a bunch of body work, so the paint has had kind of a bad second spray where he painted the trim black. Just like a cheap Mako paint job. A lot of this needs to be redone. It's got a rust spot right here in the back that I'm gonna have to take care of. I think that's the only rust so far that I see on it. Let's see what else. Sunroof is leaking, and this visor is missing. I have it in the trunk, but there's something wrong with it, so we'll have to look at that. What else? It's got the Miata wheels with fresh tires on it, and those look fine for the kind of look I'm going for. So those are probably gonna stay. Looks like we got a blinker trying to come out there. I know in the front wiring harness right here, there's a diode that's blown that I think controls the fan. So I'm having trouble with the car wanting to overheat because the fans aren't kicking on. So I rigged up this dead man switch right here, and basically at a traffic light I just hold it down and the fans come on. So I think there's a AC control module and a fan control module right here. I think they're fried. I'm gonna need new ones of those. The interior is pretty clean. My kids have been in here, so it's not the cleanest. Sunroof, again, sunroof parts, I'm gonna need some of those. Clock cover, they're all missing. But other than that, hopefully I can get the fans worked out and the kind of overheating issue. It tries to creep up on the freeway, and I gotta turn the heater on full blast. So I got little issues to work on there, and get the AC going and have a nice little cheap, reliable daily. watching. And remember, like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.